Gotta do this right. Hello everybody, welcome to Dave and Jay's Powerbomb. It's June 18th, 2021, and we just watched Friday Night Dynamite. We don't watch anything with any, or nothing like that goes on. Nothing about other company, all AEW and Cody Rhodes and all the boys over there. It's time to go full heel. Go!
That's right, Jay. Alright, first match of the night. We got the hotly anticipated MMA cage fight. Wardlow versus 3-0 MMA record Jake Hager. And each of those guys got a corner man with them. Got Sean Spears in Wardlow's corner and Chris Jericho in Hager's corner. And they do some weird pat down. The ref does before the match.
It was like going through going to the airport and having the TSA pat down. Like, what the fuck was that about? Like, I'm gonna pat down your abs and your chest. Maybe the ref just wanted to rub some oily man down. That's what I'm thinking. I
don't know, but yeah, it was weird. They're checking for like surgically implanted bleeds or something.
I don't know. Blade themselves.
But yeah, they have three. Well, there's supposed to be 3 5-minute rounds, and they're just doing every cool MMA move they've ever seen in any MMA match.
Like the jumping off the fence to the punch.
Yeah, Wardlow does that, the Superman punch off the side of the cage.
Yeah, to the triangle choke, to the powerbomb kind of break where you've seen it a few times. But that kind of looked like a botch because when Wardlow lifted him up, he actually tightened the triangle choke. And Wardlow was supposed to probably go up, but he only got up like a foot, but he was probably starting to go out there.
Yeah, it was weird. Like round 2, they really jumped the shark. Like Wardlow pulled off a hurricanrana.
Yeah, they just went. Wardlow's like, man, I got to wrestle or something. I'm going to get creamed in the ring going MMA style because like they made it look like Hager was just like decimating. Like this is the man of the skills, like the low kicks, and Wardlow's like, oh, and
it was a good setup. Like they had the octagon set up. It looked good. It looked like they could have
made the show look fucking weird and feel weird right off the bat.
It's different. Then what happens?
Don't do it again. Don't ever do that again.
Okay.
I'm sorry, man. I'm just.
Well, you didn't do it.
I'm triggered.
Bad booking did it, but it was different. It was interesting. At the end, though, Hager is able to hit the arm triangle. Wardlow didn't tap. I guess he passed out. But Hager wins the match. Is he now 4-0 in MMA? Does this count on his MMA record?
You know, it wasn't a real match if Joe Rogan wasn't commentating.
But at the end, Sean Spears, he beats down those guys, and there's then MJF runs in, and then MJF's got that Salt of the Earth armbar locked in on Le Champion, and I hated to see it, but Kris was tapping out. They didn't like seeing that, Jay.
Working on the weak arm.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he had that cast on earlier from being dropped from the top of that cell cage thing. Right on. Oh, yeah. Then so Dean Malenko has to run out there. He's trying to make the save. And JR's screaming, "Oh, my God, MJF can't hit a 60-year-old man with Parkinson's."
Give me a chance, MJF. I'd hit you. I mean, shit, potato.
Did that stop MJF from knocking out a 60-year-old man with Parkinson's? Probably not. It didn't. But then Sammy Guevara is able to run in there near the end. Big time save.
He saves the day, sets up some bookends.
What we have next here, Hank Kazarian. He's backstage talking with Penta, Zero, Miro, and Eddie Kingston. And Hank Kazarian's a television televangelist now.
He's Christian AF, man.
He's bringing the good word to the TNT network, and I guess there's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, no.
Okay, so then we come back, and there's backstage words from Team Taz. They're all stressed out about the situation between Ricky Starks and Brian Cage, that big slap last week.
It's going in the right direction.
I think so.
Like, the whole Team Taz should be...
They're breaking down. It's good. They're going to dissolve.
Yeah. And you want each of those guys can go off somewhere else and, you know, properly use their talent because...
Hook Taz has no talent.
Geez, I wasn't even thinking about him. I'm thinking like Ricky Starks.
He's just gonna be homeless.
Will
He's just gonna be
Hobbs.
some homeless kid turning tricks for lunch money. Who knows what happens? But then
maybe he'll turn into a roadie. Roadie for Cody Rhodes.
Oh, at least he doesn't have to be a roadie for Goldust. All right, and then they're setting up for a match next week: Powerhouse Hobbs versus Hangman Adam Page on next Saturday Dynamite. Not tomorrow, but next. So Saturday, not tomorrow. Next Saturday.
And I guess we're going back to Wednesday. I don't know.
Yeah.
JR is booking.
I wrote down the dates. We're not to that point yet,
Okay.
though. But we are at the point of the handicap match. Scorpio Sky and hometown hero Ethan Page versus Darby Allin. Handicap match. 0 Sting. Darby's like, I don't want to be a young boy no more, Sting. Please don't help me. Even I take the beats real hard. And so the Men of the Year is what Sky and Page are calling themselves. I think that's a pretty cool name.
Reaching for the sky every year.
That's right. Reach for the sky. Darby holds his own early, but then after the commercial break, the Men of the Year are pretty dominant. Darby is able to hit the Scorpion Death Drop, though, on one of those guys. Even though he doesn't need Sting, I guess deep down in his heart, he really does. And then Darby hot tags himself in. He gets into his own corner, tags himself in, goes crazy, hits a code red on one of those guys, and then he zip ties Ethan Page's ankles, Jay.
That's just dastardly. Like that.
He had no choice, man. It was 2-on-1.
It's his own fault, man. He knew what he was getting into.
He could have had a normal tag match with his friend Sting. No shame in that. 2-on-2. People do it all the time. People win championships off of that.
Hey, I'm just happy Shovelface took the beatings.
He took the beats hard. What happened after? Oh, yeah, so coffin drop on, I guess it was Scorpio Sky, but Ethan Page is still able to get the save because even though his ankles are zip stripped, he still has arms. So he breaks up the fall, and then Page frees himself. He grabs some tools from under the ring, hits those bolt cutters or whatever to pry those zip strips off.
Back to the 2-on-1.
Darby gets thrown hard into the ring post, and then that enables Ethan Page to hit the Ego's Edge on the Darby. Not getting up from that.
Puts him down.
Yeah.
Did I just do that again?
You did. Next match, we got Orange Cassidy coming out with his best friends versus Cezar Bononi with the Wingmen.
Yes,
Vince!
The
Get
promotion's
Vince out of
been done.
here! Get Vince out of here! Vince has no place on this power bomb.
Sorry,
ever.
I just got paid by other company to promote other company.
Oh, jeez. Well, Orange Cassidy gets thrown to the outside the ring, and it's horrible. They do things to him outside the ring. They give him a makeover, and they just start spraying him with stuff. And then they throw him outside the ring again, and they put that ugly pink jacket on him. And
That actually kind of looked good.
it was weird. I mean, I liked it. It was entertaining. I just felt bad for Orange Cassidy. And then the best friends come in the ring, and they give him an assisted over-the-top rope, plancha or whatever, onto all the wingmen. Then shit really breaks down. Everyone's running in there, which enables Orange Cassidy to hit the orange punch on Bononi for the pin. And then we get the best friend spot at the end. I like Kris Statlander's new outfit. Those black tights are looking pretty good. And then June 26th is Saturday Night Dynamite. That's going to be a Saturday Night Dynamite.
Saturday night, okay.
And so they're talking backstage. Supposed to be a Jungle Boy interview. Kenny Omega and Don show up in a golf cart with Michael Nakazawa. And then Kenny's like, you can hit me right now. First one's free, hands behind my back. But the next one, Tiger's going to come out of the cage or something. Japanese panda, I don't know.
Oh, but then we had good old Nakazawa come on in for the save.
Sneak attack with the laptop. It was good to see. Then they give him the beats. Jungle Boy, though, versus Strength. Kenny and Don are just like, F this, they take off, leaving Nakazawa to be the sacrificial lamb.
He didn't leave there. Nakazawa just couldn't keep up. How dare you talk about our champion and like deceive our good
I
audience?
didn't deceive. I said they left. Nakazawa just didn't leave.
Yeah, that's better.
All right. Backstage words from Matt Hardy. He's talking about Christian. He's upset because him and Christian had a handshake agreement at the Casino Battle Royal, wherein Christian just threw him outside of it over the top rope after. Christian not honoring the handshake agreement. Matt Hardy, you're out of your mind. This is fucked.
Yeah, we'd rather give our attention to Christian Cage. Has he come on this segment yet?
He has. He does a sneak attack.
That makes this segment worthwhile.
There's a sneak attack on Matt Hardy, but Matt Hardy's got his buddies there with him, and they're able to lock Christian Cage into a cage, and then Matt Hardy tells him to leave him alone, gives him a retirement check through the hole of the cage, and I don't think Christian's going to accept that check, Jay.
Probably not. He probably can't get out of the cage.
It would be a good idea to spend that check on cryptos right now. The market's real low. Next match, oh my god, Nepotism Delight. We got Cody Rhodes in the AEW debut match of Brock Anderson, who we all know is the son of Arn Anderson. Now we know why Arn Anderson agreed to be in Cody's corner for so long, in favors. And they're going up against QT Marshall and Aaron Solow. They got Nick Camarado with them. I don't like QT Marshall. I think he's a scumbag, but I'm on his side tonight. I don't like the direction Cody Rhodes is going.
You just don't like nepotism, and nepotism is something that you just despise.
Nepotism hurts us all.
Yeah, that's why you couldn't get your job over there.
Probably right. All right, and then I don't know. They're going back and forth
because you forgot Brandy's birth control, and that's why she's, that happened because he was working for them.
Oh, jeez.
He was like running errands, getting medication, stuff like that.
I'm sure they want that baby. All right, so then they're going back and forth. I don't know. Brock Anderson, he's nothing special in my eyes. Cody hits a devastating Canadian destroyer onto one of those guys. And then near the end, Brock Anderson is able to hit some cheap roll-up and get the pin. Of course, he has to get the pin on AEW Dynamite because he's the son of Arn Anderson.
Nepotism.
This is crazy. It's
out of control in AEW.
It's on fire.
Yeah, you know what? I don't ever see any nepotism happen on NWA or Impact.
Hey, we're the greatest first-generation AEW internet show hosts in history.
Yeah, we're ranked number 42 in YouTube for that. You better watch out, What's Culture Wrestling or whatever your name is.
Exactly.
We're coming for you.
I never even heard of them. All right.
They can destroy you.
We gotta beat Oral Sessions. We had to beat them. We got some work cut out for us, though. Moxley's wife's show.
So she does Oral Sessions and you want to do Beat Sessions?
She does an oral session internet show with other men, and it's aired on YouTube.
So you want to do a show with other men called Beat Sessions?
No, I said we had to beat their ratings. I'm going to have to beat men. That's gross. All right. I lost my space here. Oh, yeah. So Brock Anderson, not too impressed. Then we have a vignette.
Dude, actually Brock Anderson looks like he's going to be going completely heel real fast.
He doesn't even look like he should be a wrestler. You don't see me going out there pretending to be a wrestler because I know I'm not a wrestler. He looks
just like his dad.
I know exactly. Okay, so then Murderhawk, Jake Roberts is talking in some trashed out warehouse that I'm assuming Murderhawk trashed, and Jake Roberts
is totally upset, and then he says, I gotta go calm down, and we know what's really happening there. You're like, you have to give him some kind of release, so you guys go off camera and take off your pants, right, Jake?
At least he let Jake put his shirt and pants back on after he did whatever they did. So then...
Taz was probably there.
Oh, I made him film it, young boy. Alright, so then we got a Jim Ross interview with the hottest AEW sensation since Miro, Andrade El Idolo. And JR's asking questions like, why are you here?
To give the Latin people somebody to look up to.
That's right. They got a currency they can be proud of, and now they got a hero. And he's coming for championships is the bottom line.
Yeah, he's going to try to be like Kenny Omega. I'm like, I'm going to collect them. I'm like, hey, you think you're going to get through Miro?
I don't know.
You think you're going to be able to take on Kenny? First, you have to, win everybody else's hearts or make them completely hate you.
He's already won the hearts and minds of
the Latin America.
Everyone.
You know what? You got a point. There's a lot of people down there, and they're probably smarter than people from North America.
Well, they're on a better currency than North America is, so they probably are a lot smarter. They're learning to take control of their lives, like the rest of us should be. Alright, we shouldn't be talking about Latin American politics. This is not the venue for this.
Let's get back to the control politics
get a little lighter
of AEW.
here. That's right. On a lighter note, we got the Dark Order and Hangman Adam Page having a few drinks backstage. Got John Silver back there.
Johnny Hungry.
His shoulder's almost healed up. We're almost at 100%.
We're going to have a new TNT champion. We're going to have a new AEW World Champion. We're going to have a new Tag Team Champion. We're going to have a new Women's Champion. John Silver, you're going to be our hero, man.
Wow, sounds like something that I can't say on YouTube. Alright, so then, yeah, and they're going to have a match next week.
At least it's not nepotism.
Has something to do with a reset, but if I say the G word in front of it, our video might get yanked. Alright, so, and then there's a match coming up next week, Hangman versus Hobbs. That's it.
That was a good match, actually. So those that whole thing is actually been producing a lot of great matches with Hangman and Team Taz.
Hangman's giving back. It's good. Next match. This is probably what we're going to go with tonight, folks. Penelope Ford with no Kip Sabian. He's still feeling the effects of that Miro backstage beatdown probably a month ago now. And they're going up. She's going up against Julia Hart with the Varsity Blondes. So it's almost like it's a 3-on-1 match here.
Can I just go Christian AF? Dear Jeebus, I'd like to thank you for Miro, Kenny Omega, and for making the sexiest match ever happen. Julia Hart versus Penelope Ford. Amen, and God bless Miro.
I wonder what who her dad is, like what Hart family member Pops is. Okay, so on with the match. They're going back and forth as two women can, you know, good-looking women, keeping it sexy. And Penelope Ford goes up to that top rope, misses a moonsault, and they're going back and forth some more. You know, we should probably have some pictures up here, give some time for some pictures to go up and stuff.
Yeah, you have your typical things of, like, you know, Penelope Ford playing totally dirty, which is totally awesome because she totally comes out the heel, too. And Julia Hart there honestly needs a little bit more ring experience.
18 years old.
18 years old, though. Really good. But, yeah, as soon as she gets in, like, more of that ring experience, she's going to be, she's going to be right up there, man.
And due to lack of experience, Julia Hart has no choice but to tap out to the Indian Deathlock. Penelope must have known that Jay was watching, so she did the Indian leg lock just for him. And she's not releasing that hold. She finally releases after the Varsity Blondes get in there. And then after the match, Miro comes out, and he's got some words for Penelope Ford, Jay.
Probably. And you know what? It's probably because, like, words probably like saying to him, like, "Dear Penelope, I just want to remind you that thank God for making my wife so goddamn beautiful."
Well, he's not thinking about his wife.
Where's Kip?
He's not thinking about his wife because he says it's a 3-on-1 against Penelope, and he's going to fight for her honor because Kip can't. And he gets in there and he beats up both of those Varsity Blonde boys. And Penelope, she doesn't know what to think. Is Penelope going to leave Kip, her husband, for Roid Rage and Miro?
It was kind of blown a little bit away because Brian Pillman was holding his own.
It was weird. It was weird. Miro's going to kill him.
Off as a weird
Miro's going to kill him, man.
I think he's going to put up like a bigger battle than
Brian Pillman Jr. is not going to be the new TNT champion.
No, he could beat Miro because Miro is blessed by Jeebus.
Then we got some backstage words from Britt Baker. She's talking to her best friend, Tony Schiavone. She's got Reba Not Rebel up there with her. But before they can really get into a good old-fashioned power chat, they're interrupted by that bitch, Vickie Guerrero.
Excuse me.
She's talking about Nyla Rose. She's saying that Nyla should be champion. And then she's saying that Tony Khan owes her a favor because she brought Andrade El Idolo to AEW. So
brought the entire Latin American audience over.
So I guess.
I'm going to hell.
And so June 30th, they're having a tag match. It's going to be Britt Baker and Reba versus Nyla Rose and Vickie Guerrero. So it's going to be a clown show match on June 30th. Okay.
I'm like, who do you see winning this?
Not the audience.
Well, Britt's going to be there, so yes, the audience will win.
Well, I mean, maybe Nyla Rose and Vickie will win, which will set up for the Nyla Rose Britt Baker title match, which Britt will win. So maybe Britt has to lose one to win an even bigger one.
I don't know, man.
It's professional wrestling 101.
At least we're getting, a little more story-wise direction because, it's been lacking for a while.
I'm still upset about those hamburgers a few weeks ago, 2 weeks ago.
God.
World hunger is a big issue. This goes into backstage words from Jade Cargill and Mark Sterling, her lawyer, and they got a big-time sponsorship from the Toronto Four Seasons. It's pretty high class, and they got their catchphrase. These women can't keep it out of their mouth. Call that bitch. New catchphrase from Jade Cargill. This leads into our main event match tonight, a trios match. We have Penta El Zero Miedo, Hank Kazarian, and Scumbag of the Year, Eddie Kingston.
This is supposed to be a K.
They're going up against the Good Brothers and Matt Jackson of the Young Bucks. This match is weird because they got people I like teaming up with people I don't like, so I'm like conflicted all over the place. And then you got people you don't like teaming up with people you like. Yeah. Like, Eddie Kingston has no business being in this match. I'm not big on Hank Kazarian. The Good Brothers I was never too big on. So that just leaves Matt Jackson and Penta El Zero Miedo.
That would have been... Actually, no, it pretty well was that part of the match.
You got guys like Eddie Kingston stinking up things, slowing things down. He can't keep up, man. Like,
dude, be proud, bro. Just be fucking happy. Moxley was not there.
Yeah, Moxley's not there, which is good. I think he's spending time with his new kids.
I don't
got a kid. There's more Moxes out there now.
Oh, God.
Don Callis is doing color commentary. Thank God. And it's not fair, because Don even had to say, every time I come out here with you guys, you're just all ganging up on me, like this mugging in the streets, 3-on-1. And then JR's like, that's what we're paid to do, Don. We're paid to put you down, and you're paid to put our boys over. It's effed. So then, yeah, like Matt Jackson, he's taking the beats after the break. Like, this match is going back and forth, lots of highlights, and too fast to call. But then there is a spray attack. Nick Jackson, they said he was at a casting call or something, but then he jumps out of the crowd. He's got that cold spray. He hits one of those guys when they're on the top rope, which allows... what's that guy's name? Carl Anderson to get the super cutter on Penta. I think Penta falls off the top rope, and Carl Anderson catches him in a cutter. A faction, members of the Bullet Club, if you will, win the match, which is good because I like Matt Jackson, so I'm glad that the Bucks won. They're doing a post-match celebration, if you will. And that really took it out of me. And that's it.
So what was that trick you wanted to show me about your hand? Can you just hold on a second? And you wanted to put it on the back of my head? Oh, God!